Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your intuitive read with me, Age of Aquarius Tarot. Just a heads up, the way that I work is I'll pull 3 cards at the start of the reading to give me like an overarching energy or important messages for the time period ahead, since this is a monthly reading for September, of course, for you, Scorpio. And then we follow that up with a traditional like 9 card spread, but it is more intuitively based. So it'll be like a wide range of messages, and I try to kind of like target all the messages at once so that I don't make it just about relationships or just about jobs. Okay, but we'll get started with your majors and then we'll follow that up with the 9. Okay, so you have the Star, some kind of wish fulfillment, divine timing, something that required a lot of patience. The Lovers, something that's very important to you, a sense of harmony, something that's like an investment of your time or energy or effort. And the World. Everyone's been getting the Lovers in the World. I'm not really sure what's going on. I mean, it is, I guess, like September's like a return to school and work kind of thing, so maybe like that's what it's about. Yeah, right off the bat, I want to say that like I feel like this is some kind of a timing issue for you. Something, Scorpio, that you've been like perhaps waiting to manifest. Something that's involved like a change in external circumstances that might finally be coming for you. But we'll go ahead and pull the 9 cards, and we'll of course refer to these 3 throughout the reading. Really hard to spread the cards today. Okay, the Lovers have turned up twice here now. I actually pulled this one, not that one, okay. I'm going to try and get everything into the frame. Okay, so in your top row you have the King of Cups, the 4 of Wands in reverse, and the 4 of Cups. To me this kind of speaks about like some kind of like an emotional component that you feel like it's almost like a step away from, it's like something's a step away from like completing the puzzle. I almost feel like it's very strange because I mean everyone's had the World, or like, well, not everyone, but like a lot of signs have had the World, but for you I almost feel like it's like a different aspect of the World card with the Star. I almost feel like saying it's time to reveal something to the world. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is yet. I feel like we have a lot of messages here. For the middle row we have the Knight of Cups, which is slow moving energy, and some kind of an offer of like an emotional component. We have the Lovers in reverse. So here we have the Lovers and here we have them in reverse, which might suggest some kind of like a disharmony, not seeing like the return of energy that you perhaps expect. It's like a give and take effort, but it's like you're giving and giving. With the Queen of Wands here, that's fire energy. It can also mean like nurturing some kind of like a creative aspect. With the 3 of Swords in reverse, here on this bottom row with the Hierophant in reverse and with the 3 of Wands in reverse, I really feel like it's like something's not been ready to be revealed yet, but maybe September's the month for that. Usually I pull clarifiers much later on into the reading. I mean, we're only like, I think 5 minutes in or something like that, but yeah, I really want to know what this is about. clarify. Okay, some kind of a weight from the past. We have the Chariot. Some kind of a forward movement or a coming together of opposing forces. Five of Wands. Conflict. The World. Yeah, that's crazy. You have the Lovers twice and the World twice. Hangman. I'll be interested to see if we get any kind of Pages energy. I usually don't overdraw like this, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot here. Okay, the Lovers and the Magician. Okay, right off the bat, Scorpio, I really don't feel why... I don't understand why I feel inclined to say this, but I feel like for some of you, this is about a pregnancy or a child. And it's like, it's not time to tell everyone yet. Maybe it's like you've suffered some kind of like a heartbreak in the past. This could be like infertility issues or issues in struggling to conceive. It's interesting because we don't really have like that many cards associated with pregnancy or with like children or childbirth. But yeah, for some of you, I don't know why I feel like this is about a pregnancy. It's like, oh, you know, is it the right time to tell? Is it not the right time to tell? There's like a period of waiting, right? Maybe some of you want to clear the first trimester. Yeah, if this is about having a child for you, then I feel like September is a month when you're stepping into kind of being given like the all clear by the universe. If there's something that's been plaguing you, or it's like September is when you're planning the reveal, or perhaps you're planning to discuss having children, then I feel like this is going to go in your favour. I feel like that's a very specific message. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of messages here, Scorpio. I kind of feel like a little overwhelmed with where to start. Usually it's very straightforward. Okay, we'll start with the top row and then we'll incorporate in the clarifying card. So the King of Cups with the Four of Wands in reverse is perhaps you're waiting for some kind of a romantic connection to come in. Maybe you're waiting to hear from someone with this Knight of Cups. The reason why I say that is because with this Four of Wands in reverse, it's like the 11-11 card. For those of you that, I'm sorry, but for those of you that this is about a pregnancy, it's like, it's only your anxiety that is like maybe you're worried about something, but the way that I read reversals is like, it's not always bad news, it's just that I need to specifically pay attention to this card as a reader. So it's like, don't worry, things are going to go your way. If there's something that you're being kind of like caught up about with this Three of Swords, some kind of a bad news or something, I really don't feel like that's coming. I only see like a very positive direction, but I do understand, like from the way that these cards are positioned, why perhaps you feel drawn to wait or to hold back on telling other people. For those of you that this is about some kind of an emotional aspect, I feel like this is about a relationship. It's like the King of Cups, but it's like, now I'm waiting. I almost feel like someone is waiting on the feminine energy of the relationship, and I don't mean a female person. It's the way that I say it is always like energy is energy. So like if you're kind of waiting, I always feel like you're waiting for that Queen of Cups here to come through. For some of you, I feel like there's still more work that needs to be done. If you're hoping for a reunion, I wouldn't say like never say never, but I feel like with the World here twice, with the Lovers and the Star, it's like more waiting is in order. There's still some kind of a weight from the past, and so someone here is really wishing like to manifest this person back. For some of you, King of Cups, that's water energy. So if you are the water sign, maybe you're waiting for that water sign. For some of you, I mean, like the only other kind of like feminine energy in this reading that we have is like the Queen of Wands. So if you recognize someone as like your Queen of Wands or as a fire sign, then I kind of feel like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's like, I don't really feel like this person's reminiscing on the relationship in the way that you are. I think they're kind of like okay being on their own at the moment. that doesn't mean that, you know, they're not caught up with their own feelings. I obviously can't say, because, you know, I can't meet every single individual and tell you, Scorpio, but I almost feel like the reason that this energy doesn't want to, like, I don't want to say reconnect, but it's like someone has scared the other person off, right? Like, the Three of Wands is like the card of like taking action. It's about getting out there and doing stuff, and the Hierophant is about tradition. It's also about like comfort in hard times, and with this Three of Swords, I really feel like it's quite strange because these cards are quite far away from the King of Cups, but I feel like there's a lot going on. Someone feels like they're kind of better off on their own at this moment in time. With the Chariot, it's like they want to pursue other things, right? And that doesn't mean that with this Five of Wands that they're not cut up about it. But it's like to that person, it's not such a, it's like it's not all doom and gloom. It's like there's other things that they want to do. With this Lovers in reverse, I mean, I can, like, with the Knight of Cups, it's like, you know, it's like with the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, it's like I'm extending my cup, and it's like with the Magician, it's like, why can't I make this work? But it's like with these inverse lovers, I just feel like the timing is off for some of you. Again, because we have the Star is about timing. This is the David Palladini Aquarian Tarot deck, so here the Star is shown as like a peacock. But traditionally the Star is like a woman feeding a well, and it takes a long time to feed a well, right? Like, you're not going to do it in a day or even in a week. So for some of you, it's about waiting. There's some kind of like, I feel like an illumination energy with the Hanged Man. Scorpio, this could be your person, or this could be you that's feeling this energy, but for some of you, I really feel drawn to say that I always see, people see the Hanged Man as like, you know, like gaining enlightenment, gaining knowledge. For me, sometimes it's like knowledge that came a little bit too late with this Knight of Wands, because it's like now I want to rush in and I want to, like, you know, do the right thing, extend my cup and everything, but it's like I kind of feel like saying, not in a bad way, but like too little too late, because I always feel like the Hanged Man is like, being hung upside down used to be a punishment for treason, right? And tarot does reflect these kind of like fables and symbols. So to me, the Hanged Man is about like actions catching up with consequences, and it's like if you've come to extend this cup a little too late. Sorry about that, Scorpio, my camera battery died, and now it's raining and storming outside, so I do apologise for all the rainstorm sounds that you will probably be picking up. I think last that we left this, we were saying about this Hangman and about how perhaps it's actions catching up with consequences for some of you. And that some of you perhaps kind of like extended yourselves too late to a person. I do want to say that for others of you, I feel like this might be a past situation, in which case, if you've given this a fair amount of time, or you feel that there's been like an appropriate parting, the Chariot card here with the Magician and the Lovers and the Star might be suggesting that like the time has come to perhaps action a reunion with someone. The Chariot is forward movement, but it's also the coming together of opposing forces. The Magician's like having the tools necessary at your disposal to change your situation, or to kind of like plant that seed or idea. So for some of you, specifically maybe with this like Four of Cups, it might be that it's like worth reaching out to somebody from the past. And with this Ten of Wands, it might be that like the burden of the past is never so great that, or it's not like, it's not so heavy that it can't be overcome, especially with this Chariot and this Queen of Wands under it. For others of you, I think where I left this, and I'm retracing my steps here, is with the World card showing up here twice, it might have meant that like if you've given this enough time to pass, you've kind of like been out in the world long enough to perhaps action some kind of a reunion or reach out to someone with this Four of Wands card. So for some of you, this could be about coming back into union with somebody. I really feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, just saying make sure that you feel that you're ready to reach out. For some of you, with this Three of Wands in reverse, usually Three of Wands is about taking action. And it might mean that like maybe you just need to make sure that you've sorted everything else out before you take this action, or maybe being in a stable place before someone else reaches out towards you, Scorpio. So it depends on how you assign the energies of this reading to your person, however you feel is best for you. But yeah, overall I feel like if I had to summarize the month of September for you, Scorpio, for those of you that this is about pregnancy and having a child, I would say that good things are coming your way regarding that. I think the like fears and anxieties are just in the mental space. It's not actually going to take root. It's not rooted in reality. But I would say that that's a very specific message for maybe only like one or two of you, but I do feel guided to deliver that. For others of you that have been dealing with a person, I really just want to say, like if this person re-enters your life, or if you're thinking about re-entering the life of somebody, just make sure that you've learnt from the past with this World card and the Hangman here. And make sure that you're kind of in a situation where you're not coming like to somebody with this Lovers card and the Star here, that you're not coming like to somebody to be emotionally codependent, or you're not gonna just fall into old cycles here with the World and the Hangman again. I think this is quite a straightforward read. You're one of the signs, Scorpio, that doesn't have a super busy, like, loads happening in September. Sometimes that can be a good thing. Overall here, I feel like this is more about resolution with people. I just feel inclined to say that, if this is about some kind of circumstances for you, some kind of a weight from the past, and something that should have been, like, stable but wasn't, maybe some kind of, like, jobs that you applied to, or somewhere where you've been, like, exerting yourself, just know that, maybe it's time to try some kind of a different approach with this Magician card here. It's time to also move forward. So for some of you, with this Ten of Wands, this weight from the past, right, it could be like realizing that something isn't working for you and pursuing something new. So with this Magician showing up with the Lovers, it's like something that you thought was going to go really well perhaps requires far too much effort of you. I definitely feel that with the Star card here, because the Star is also about kind of like sometimes things happen in life and you might feel like it's asking too much. If there's a situation in your life where you feel like you've given and it's asking for too much, like I said, because it takes a long time to fill a well with the Star card, usually it's the Maiden filling the well. Sometimes it's like a weight that's too much to bear, right? And I don't mean weight as in like heaviness, I mean weight as in like patience. We do have a lot of slow moving and like weight from the past cards here. I would say that is very evident here with the Knight of Cups, with the Star, with the Three of Wands in reverse, and with this Ten of Wands here, the Four of Cups waiting to manifest something. Yeah, so the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups is like, I'm waiting for things to turn around, but maybe there's like too much weight in the past regarding a specific situation for some of you. For some of you, I feel like maybe this is like an endeavour in your like career life, which is just like not going the way you expect it, and you kind of like need to wave this magic wand or recognise other options that are opening themselves out to you. I definitely feel that might resonate with some of you with this reverse Hierophant. It's like rejecting the shackles of tradition. Or perhaps you try to like go somewhere the kind of classic route that seems to work for most people, right? But it's like in your situation, actually, in order to get that forward movement with the Chariot, you need to kind of like find your own initiative with this Queen of Wands and pursue whatever road you're taking that way. I always say that like the Magician here and this Ten of Wands and the Star and like the World showing up twice kind of prompts me to say, are you taking the easiest road to get to where you're going? For some of you, I feel like that's a very specific message, but with this Five of Wands and this Ten of Wands, it's like, it feels very one step forward, two steps back in a way that you're like, well, why, it almost for some of you feels like kind of like an energy of something specific is holding you back in a way that, you know, if this were anyone else, it would work for other people, so why isn't it working for me? You're being called to use your initiative and to not focus here with this Four of Wands on things that aren't meant for you, but kind of to, yeah, just like find that spark, find that initiative and pursue that. So if it's something that you feel perhaps with this Hierophant in reverse that it's like maybe it's like the next natural step towards a career or some kind of like relationship with someone, but you're not feeling it with this Three of Swords in reverse and this Five of Wands, maybe you're not feeling it with this Three of Wands in reverse as well, then, you know, try something new. The Chariot is, it's the card of like, this can take you wherever you want to go, so some of you need to like release that weight from the past. The world is about learning, like lessons, and it's also about completions and new beginnings. So it's okay to leave something at the wayside if you feel like, I almost want to say with this Queen of Wands, it's like you're a different person now. Like that weight from the past was like fitting to whoever it is that you were before. But now, you know, it's like you kind of want to be done with this energy, I almost feel like saying. So for those of you, Scorpio, that you know, you feel like things just aren't going your way with regards to a situation, or especially if you're kind of being challenged, then maybe it's time to look at what it is that you need to do to fix that for the month of September. I feel inclined to leave it there. I hope that's given some of you the clarity that you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching, Scorpio. Please leave any feedback in the comments for me. I wish you a lot of clarity for the month of September regarding this, but it looks like yeah, it just looks like you need to be on the lookout for signs when they manifest, and that's the best advice that I can give you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.